There, I'm Evelyn Blackburn with the Oregon Pain Action Group, and I'll be reading for Richard Lawhern. He's a doctor, or director of research at the Alliance for the Treatment of Intractable Pain. And he says, as I noted in May before this group, the CDC data shows us that there is very little relationship between rates of opioid prescribing by doctors versus opioid-related overdose mortality. Today, I offer further insight on the demographics of chronic pain addiction and opioid mortality. If medical prescribing contributes substantially to opioid mortality, then we should expect to see higher mortality in groups prescribed opioids most often, but we don't. People over 50 are prescribed opioids 250% more often than young adults, but over the past 17 years, mortality has skyrocketed in youth, while remaining stable among seniors at the lowest level for any age group. Patients who benefited the most from liberalized prescription policies before 2010 have shown no increased risk of opioid mortality. Where is cause and effect here? Large-scale studies also show that risk of abuse or chronic prescribing among surgical patients prescribed opioids is 0.6% or less. Yet prevailing public policy seeks to save this small minority by restricting pain treatment to 99.4% of patients. Where is the justice in that? You need to be guided by a quote from Dr. Nora Volkow, who addressed the task force in May. She says, unlike tolerance and physical dependence, addiction is not a predictable result of opioid prescribing. Addiction occurs only in a small percentage of persons who are exposed to opioids. Even among those with pre-existing vulnerabilities, older medical texts in several versions of the Diagnostics and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM, either overemphasized the role of tolerance and physical dependence in the definition of addiction or equated these processes. However, more recent studies have shown that the molecular mechanisms underlying addiction are distinct from those responsible for tolerance and physical dependence.
So I'm sorry, we're going to have
I put, two sentences here. From this background, I urge the task force not to further restrict availability of opioid analgesic therapy to people in agony. The medical evidence does not support such action. Thank you.
Thank you.